from player to scout, and now head coach of the New York Jets, Aaron Glenn, Jason. It is crazy to think that I saw this guy play with the Jets, and now, years later, he's the head coach. But as a Giants fan, I'm happy with this move because at least he has some coaching experience, coming playing with Detroit,
Yes.
being there from the tough times to successful years, and now he's coming back to the Jets. When I watched that press conference, Jason, what made me say I'm rooting for this guy to have success with the Jets is he still carries that frustration, that anger about the Jets losing in the AFC title game to
Right.
John Elway and the Broncos in '98. When he brought that up, I said to myself, this guy is hungry. This guy has unfinished business. So there's a lot of work to be done with this Jets organization, this Jets franchise, this team. But the fact that he just brought that up, something that happened back in '98, because he played for the Jets from '94 through 2001.
Right.
The fact that they were up 10-zip by halftime, and then they Broncos answered 23 unanswered points to win that game. That right there said to me, you know what? I want this guy to succeed with the Jets.
Yeah, I thought in that year, I remember that year for the Jets. I thought they were gonna, if they would have beat the Broncos, I thought they were gonna win the Super Bowl. But the Broncos had a big second half. There was some wind and weather issues. The Jets had some trouble catching the ball, and they wind up winning the Denver and going on and winning the Super Bowl. So yeah, Glenn was a good defensive back for them, first round pick. He played with the Jets. He played with some other teams. I think he played with the Texans and the Cowboys for a while. I think he played with the Jaguars. Um, like you said, he was the former defensive coordinator for the Lions. Very successful doing that. And in his press conference yesterday, he got the Jets fans and everyone listening worked up to have that he's going to put the Jets back into the playoffs. So we'll have to wait and see.
He also highlighted how important it was for Bill Parcells when he came into the door with the Jets and how he changed the culture around. And that's something that he's trying to do, something that he has learned from Parcells. And, he's going to have to set the tone right from the beginning. So far, he's off to a good start, but he really, from the beginning with this group, get the respect from players. And the great thing about it is that he knows what it takes. He's been there, he's played the game, he's coached, so it's gonna make things a little bit more easier. But then again, we live in a different times where players don't want to be coached.
But
They, they're pampered a little too much. But in Aaron Glenn's case, let's see what happens because, like I said, he's played the game, he's played for that organization, and now he has a chance to do something special with the Jet team.
right, and yeah, he mentioned in his press conference that Bill Parcells was he feels the smartest person in football, one of the top coaches of all time, if not the best. And he gave him a lot of respect. He said that he helped him in a lot of ways, both as a player and moving forward as a front office executive. And I want to also mention real quick that the Jets also brought in a new GM, Darren Moogie, former assistant GM of the Broncos, very highly touted uh, football front office person to run the team as the GM. So I think the combination of the two will have hopefully success for the Jets to get them back into the playoffs.
The ownership just needs to have patience. I understand that it's New York. It's, the number one market in the United States.
Right, right.
But you're not going to win right away in the first year. Yes, there's questions about Aaron Rodgers and what's going to happen with him.
Right.
But you got to give these guys a chance to build chemistry with the team.
You have to be fair. You have to give them 3 years. That's the fair, 3 to 5 years. But usually it's 3 years now in the NFL. But you got to give them a few years to get, their team together.